In a competitive Greenwich market, your agent might suggest waiving the home inspection to make your offer stronger. And in some situations, that can work. But waiving inspection on an older home in Greenwich means you are buying every problem, seen and unseen, the moment you close. And in a market where many homes were built decades ago, that is a significant amount of risk to take on without a plan. Today, I am walking you through exactly what you are giving up when you waive inspection, the strategy most buyers do not know about. That keeps you competitive without walking in blind, and when waiving actually makes sense. I am Charles Nedder, a realtor here in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I help buyers navigate this decision in competitive situations all the time. By the end of this video, you will have a clear framework for deciding whether to waive, how to protect yourself if you do, and the one alternative that most buyers in this market are not using. So let us start with what you are actually giving up. When you include a home inspection contingency in your contract, you are giving yourself the right to have the property professionally inspected and, based on what the inspector finds, to negotiate repairs, request credits, or walk away from the deal and get your deposit back. When you waive that contingency, you are telling the seller that no matter what is wrong with the house, you are moving forward. You are accepting the property as is. If the inspector would have found a failing foundation, an underground oil tank, or radon, that is all yours now. In Greenwich, where a large portion of the housing stock is older construction, these are not hypothetical problems. They are the kinds of things inspectors find regularly. Now here is where it gets interesting, and this is the part most buyers do not know about. There is a middle ground between a full inspection contingency and no inspection at all. It is called an informational inspection. The seller sees a clean offer with no inspection condition, which is exactly what they want in a competitive situation. But you include language that allows you to conduct an inspection for informational purposes only. You still get a full report on the condition of the home. The difference is that you cannot use the results to renegotiate. If done prior to contract signing, you have the option to not move forward with the purchase, no signed contract, no deposit delivered. Knowledge changes everything. If the inspection comes back clean, you close with confidence. If it reveals a major issue, something that fundamentally changes the value or safety of the property, you have that information before you close, not after. Knowing what you are walking into allows you to plan, budget, and decide if the property is worth the investment. Quick question for you. When does waiving inspection actually make sense? There are situations where the risk is genuinely lower. New construction with builder warranties is the most obvious one. Also, for investors planning a full renovation anyway, the findings change your budget, not your decision. And in some cases, if the home has had a recent pre-listing inspection with a full report available, you are working with more information than most buyers have. But here is what I want you to understand. Outside of those situations, waiving inspection on a home in Greenwich, especially one built before the 1980s, is a high-risk move. These homes can have foundation issues that are not visible from the surface. They can have buried oil tanks from heating systems that were converted decades ago. Radon is common in this part of Connecticut. Older electrical, aging roofs, outdated plumbing, these are expensive problems and they do not show up in a walkthrough. This is where your attorney fits in. They review the timeline and advise you on the exposure you are taking on. Your agent helps you assess the competitive landscape, whether waiving is necessary to win, and your attorney helps you understand the legal and financial exposure. So to bring it all together, waiving inspection can make your offer more competitive, but it comes with real risk, especially on older Greenwich homes. The informational inspection gives you a way to stay competitive while still knowing exactly what you are buying. Before you decide whether to waive, give me a call at 203-524-4303. There are ways to be competitive without walking in blind. I am Charles Nedder from Greenwich, Connecticut. I will see you in the next one.